Hey, what's up everybody? Welcome to Car Question. You know, I'm a truck guy and this time we're trying the new Ram 2019. This is an amazing machine because it's been completely redesigned. And right now in the truck wars, well, everybody's changing their trucks. The good thing about Ram is that you've got some difference when you're going to choose a different version. Let's say that you're going for a Bighorn, a Rebel, Limited. Those have all different styling in some kind of way. You can recognize a different version with your eyes, and the look is massive. You've got that big 3D Ram logo right there in the rear, which is giving that sense of luxury, that sense of presence, that sense of masculinity. And even when you check the parking sensor, they have all in them right there under the bumper. They don't break the style with those nasty sensors right there in the chrome bumper. With the version that have the limited one, you've got an amazing LED lighting system, and this is so powerful. And you've got a great configuration of that cargo box right there in the back. You've got all your trailers connector that are right there integrated in the bumper, so you don't see that little components that will hang really low and get some massive rust over time. Otherwise, the truck is looking real good, even more with that logo of the engine that I have inside right there on the hood. And when you get inside, it's luxury time for the limited version. When you look at the finish and detail of that limited model, when you look at the screen, which is a real eye catcher, but there's 2 or 3 stitches right there on the handle that doesn't look so good, you know, with that kind of little gray hair here. Anyway, they should have paid attention to detail. Otherwise, that 12-inch screen is amazing. I really love the Uconnect system, but I've found a way to make it go wrong each time. I'm gonna show you that in another video. It's still a great system. Yes, probably it will create some inattention to the road in front of you, but still, it's all great definition. The style, the experience with XM, with the satellite radio, the Apple CarPlay, Android Auto that you get, and the detail are just amazing of that screen. And that's what a luxury truck needs. Once you get used to it, it's really easy to use, but still they've got some minor things to make that system more reliable with that screen, but that's going to be an update that they will do surely soon. Let's talk about the sound system. With the limited version, you've got 19 speaker, 900 watts of power, and a 10-inch subwoofer with active noise cancellation. And when you look right there on the rear, those are not lights, they are speaker, and it's giving you one of the most amazing sound systems that I've seen in a truck so far. You've got also all sorts of connector, USB, USB-C, also for fast charging your cell phone if it's compatible with that. And you've got that RAM charger wireless system, as they call it. And if you forgot your mathematics, well, you've got also some inscription right there in the center console. By the way, the center console, which is customizable, and it's huge. So if you're gonna work with your truck, you can simply send your laptop down there, all your bottles, your cell phone in a well-ordered manner, and that's what I like of the Ram. And Android Auto and Apple CarPlay will be available with that Uconnect 8.4-inch screen also that you get in the less equipped version. And you've got one of the craziest sunroof in a truck that I've seen. This is, right now it's gonna change the lighting inside, guys, but look how huge it is. And that's really fun to open it and go on some road trips. So I'm gonna close it, guys, to make sure that there's no difference in the lighting. And there you go, now it's done. And I've got the fly right there on me. Missed it. Flying in a car is never good, okay? Go away, fly, go away. Inside, general comfort is just awesome. Also, the configuration of the LED lighting inside, all the features that you can get, and also right there in the back, you can recline your seat. You can get some major comfort for your passenger that you're going to bring along. And if you want to hold some stuff, you've got some hidden compartment also under the carpet, and you've got some tie hooks. So if you're going to carry equipment around, remember, you need to attach and make those equipment secure so that they won't move while you're going to roll on the road or you're going to work. Let's talk about engine availability. 3.6 liter V6 Pentastar in a truck. Yes, a V6 is still available in those big trucks. You're going to be good for 305 horsepower, 269 pound-feet of torque, and you're going to be able to use 87 octane fuel in that one. 5.7 HEMI is the one that we got inside, and you've got the logo on the hood, which is looking real great. And you've got 395 horsepower with that one, 410 pound-feet of torque, which is kind of really big for those trucks. And if you want to know what you're going to use inside for fuel, you know, when you get to the gas pump, you've got some 89 grade, 87 grade, and you never know who's using 89. Well, Ram truck owners will do, because this is a recommended fuel octane for this one. It said that 87 is acceptable, but once again, sometimes you don't get the same HP, you don't get the same efficiency when you're going to use a lower octane grade fuel. You've got also the possibility to go for the eTorque mild hybrid system. What does it going to do? Well, it's a traditional alternator which is simply removed, and it's going to be replaced with a little engine with a belt-driven motor generator. It's for short duration torque addition to the engine crankshaft in certain situations and brake energy regeneration. The eTorque will give you 90 pound-feet of torque more with a 3.6 liter engine, and up to 130 pound-feet of torque with the 5.7 HEMI. So you're going to tell me, Matt, why didn't you add those numbers to the numbers that you just gave a little bit earlier? Well, guess what? It's only for a short duration that this engine is going to give you that little boost of torque. Let's say that you're towing a boat and you want to simply remove it off the water, you go up that ramp, that's when the torque will be available, and it's only for a short duration. So it won't make a really great impact on your acceleration, but it will make an impact once you will get some stuff move around or simply the weight of the truck. So more efficient, a little bit of more fuel efficiency also. And you've got the new generation of that TorqueFlite 8-speed automatic transmission, and both those engines are mated to 8-speed automatic transmission, which provide improved efficiency and more powerful control computers. There are more than 80 individual shift maps to optimize the shift change points for fuel economy, performance, and drivability, depending on the road condition, the setting, the tow mode, all name it. It's kind of a great transmission though. You've got some great reaction out of it. But it's still not going to change a lot the fuel efficiency number from what I've seen in my real tests. You've got also a transfer case that you can shift from 4-wheel drive auto to 4i or 4-low depending on the condition ahead of you. Let's talk about towing, because Ram right now is telling everybody that they've got the best towing capacity with a V8 engine. Yep. That's probably true at the time that we did that video, because with a V8 they can tow 12,750 pounds, which is kind of amazing. But you've got to check the little numbers. And by the way, payload 2,300 pounds. But you've got to go check on the Ram website to make sure that your configuration will do the proper towing capacity that they said, because this one is for a 4x2 quad cab, 6 foot 4 inches bed, 5.7 liter with eTorque with the 3.92. So this one's going to be able to do that. But if you check with the different configuration, the V8 4x4 crew cab with a 6 foot 4 inches bed with the eTorque, but with a ratio of 3.92, it's going to be able to do 11,180 pounds. And if you remove the eTorque system, 11,320. So it's a little bit more, even if you got more torque. Maybe that system is much more sensible. I don't know. The ratio 3.21 is going to lower that to 8,080 pounds. And if you remove the eTorque at 8,220 pounds, and if you go with the 3.6 V6 with a 3.55 ratio, numbers just lower once again to 7,320, and with the 3.21 ratio, 6,320 pounds. Still, that chassis is amazing. It's made from 98% high strength steel, so it's just an amazing truck to do some work chores. But you've got to be sure that if you're going to tow with that vehicle, you need to talk to your salesman to check the proper configuration for you. And if you need any help, well, Car Question is right there to do that. Acceleration are kind of great, really good. Acceleration is going to be reactive. And even if there's 8-speed, the transmission will give you a quick reaction to get some speed. Brake, precise for a truck. They are really large brake in front. I wonder how much it's going to cost to replace those rotors, because 14.9 inches on that one. This is really big for a truck. The direction is just truck style, classical one. The suspension, we've got an air adjustable suspension in that one. And with the aero feature, I really love that. You're cruising on the highway. The truck will lower the front 0.6 inches. And if you're gonna go into off-road territory, well, you can enable an off-road 2 settings, right under 30 kilometers, and it will stay up to 40 kilometers. And it's going to change the ground clearance from 6.7 inches, 8.7, off-road 1, 9.9, and off-road 2, 10.7. But remember, if you added the skid plate option, it's going to remove 0.5 inches of ground clearance. And you've got that nice leveling system also. If you're going to attach a trailer to the rear and it's real heavy, by the way, always balance your load, always balance your trailer. So the truck will simply add some air, and there you go. The leveling is going to be done and you won't look silly on the road. Try to always balance the load in your trailer, so it's going to be much easier on the road handling and the reaction of the truck if there is an emergency situation. But I'm not a fan of that suspension during winter though. Be careful with that. Simply switch it off when you've got great cold temperature if you want your truck to really last long with that suspension. Interior, wow, what a comfort for you, your passenger in the rear. Amazing sound system. I really love also the display right there in the center that I can get the personalization of it. And it just rolls like a car and you don't feel in a truck, and that's what I like. Security features are just amazing. Finally, they put in the truck collision warning, and you've got all those parking maneuvers that you can enable with a system that's going to do it for you. And I know all of you guys will tell me, oh, I can park myself in the city, no problem with your truck. Yes, but when you lend it to your lady or your friend, sometimes something happens, and with that system, nothing's gonna happen and your truck's not gonna be bruised. When it's gonna come to parking, you know, when you attach something to the rear, sometimes you put it in reverse and there you go, it beeps. You can simply turn off the front sensor or the rear sensor with the switch right there, and that's what I like when you're towing something. So amazing security feature. Let's talk about fuel consumption though. It's a truck, and by the way, the numbers are really hard to find on the specification chart on the website. Well, the Canadian one. The US got it first though. But when I did my road, okay, some acceleration, some fun with the truck, but guess what? I was empty, nothing inside. 13 liter per 100 with all those amazing features and all those systems that they added. What's happening? I'm not amazed right now. So when you check the EPA numbers, when you convert them, it gives around 15 liter per 100 into town and 10.7 on the highway. The time that we did that video, we didn't get any precise number, but feel free to comment in the section down there below. Fuel consumption you were able to get with your truck. Otherwise, you've got different size of fuel tank that you can go for: 87 liter, 98 liter, 125 liters, depending on the version and the option that you're going to choose. I'm going to talk about the other trucks also in this segment. Recently, we had a chance to go ride the GMC Denali, which is a direct competitor to that limited Ram version. And I think the GMC is an amazing truck. It's kind of lacking that big screen stuff, that feeling also when you check the display cluster right here in the center. It's kind of vintage, you know? But when you get with the Ram, they've got some amazing detail, more refinement, more technology. Still, the GMC has an amazing build quality. You know, those stitches right here that I have that doesn't look good, you won't see that in the Denali version. But how about the add-on that they did to the gate in the rear? Amazing. That's what the Rams need right now, to get easy access to the cargo box, to get easy access to your work stuff that you've put inside. GM has it. And how about that checkup system with the Trailer Pro, with all those features that they've added in the multimedia system and on your phone? And GMC is also more fuel efficient. Even if Ram did their homework with that e-torque system, doesn't really shine. And you've got also the 6.2 liter, which is available with the GMC. So I love the Ram. I think it's looking great. By the way, if you want to save some fuel with a Ram, we did some fun video. And by the way, Matt's love to laugh sometime, so go check that out. Please Don't take that too seriously, guys, but you're gonna see if you want to save 1 liter per 100 with the Ram, what you should do. Otherwise, my heart is going toward the GMC right now. You've got the F-150, which is one of the most sold truck ever of all time. This one with the trailer assist system is really great. You know, I think that the Ford F-150 is even more a work truck than the Ram. The Ram is much more balanced into everyday comfort and sometimes workings with it, but all the different configuration that you can get with the F-150, all those engine lineups, but be careful with the turbo one. Yep, turbo engine needs more maintenance over time, so I would put my bet on the good old V8 with that one. Otherwise, amazing configuration personalization to do everyday works will belong to the F-150, but I think the Ram is much more good looking. And by the way, during the week that I tested it, wow, so much head turning to check the truck go away. I did even get some weird comments coming out from some girl's mouth saying that, oh, I love Ram so much, I would do anything to get in one of them. Anyway, didn't happen. Let's talk about also the Japanese, the Nissan Titan. Well, great looking truck also. It's a great balance between a 1500 and 2500. You know, those load capacity, the towing capability, but the interior, the plastic that I see inside, the quality is not really up to the American challenge that they face, even in some Japanese competitors. I think it's even better looking. Although the Nissan will offer you an amazing warranty, amazing diesel engine, and how about a gas version with also the possibility to go off-road with those nice package. And they're sometimes selling them at an amazing price at the end of the year, so there's some bargain that can be done there. So if you want to go check that review that we did, feel free. I think the Nissan Titan was good looking, but they still need to catch up to face the tough competition of the Americans vehicle. Let's talk about the Tundra. Well, it didn't change much since 2007. You know, I have one. They changed the style over the time, but otherwise same mechanical. And be careful with the leaf in the rear, they tend to break. Be careful also with the engine, the air pump. They extended the warranty specifically for those parts. By the way, they cost real big money to change them if you're out of warranty with those. Otherwise, it's a gas guzzler, but still it's one of the most reliable one that you can find on the market. An amazing value also. Still not enough personalization when it comes to work and when it comes to comfort, even if they got those 1784 version. It's a great reliable truck. So let's talk about the minus point and the plus point of that Ram. You've got the little wind sound that you hear from one of the windows inside. I don't know where it's coming from. It's just little bit sometimes depending on the crosswind that I have, so it's really annoying for a $80,000 trucks. And how about those stitches? It's not acceptable. How about those multimedia system that sometimes tends to react strangely? I can recreate the problem. I will show you in another video. Still, they need to improve that with an update, please, from the air, from internet. You know, fuel efficiency, with all the technology, they didn't improve that much. I'm not amazed by that. And be careful in winter with that air suspension. Please turn it off, or it's gonna make big deep hole in your pocket to replace those features. Be careful with the limited price also, 80 grand for this one. Still, you've got some LED lights, you've got some comfort, you've got an amazing sound system, you've got plenty of stuff, and you've got the limited dimension right there on the key. It's a lot of money. And by the way, I think AC needs to be stronger in the cabin. You know, when those big temperatures, those big numbers come out, I don't feel really cool. And ventilated seat is really noisy for an 80 grand truck. On the plus side though, you've got an amazing look. Look at that, the Ram grunt. And you've got also amazing headlights when it comes to the night, the equipment, the personalization, the configuration that you can do to it. And even if there's that little wind sound in the cabin, I really love the low noise level that you get inside. And you can feel yourself just like in a luxury car, and that's what I like of the Ram. And you've got all that grunt coming out of the engine when you accelerate, but you still can hear that grunt when you accelerate of that nice HEMI engine. So in conclusion, A ram is a ram. Okay guys, truck wars now. Feel free to comment in the section down there below which one is your favorite truck and why. The why is important, guys. If you're gonna make a comment, please tell me why you selected that truck. Otherwise, what do you like of the Ram? What do you dislike? Which one will you choose? Comment section is down there below, description. You will be able to check our file. Acceleration diagonal test is coming soon. You're gonna be impressed on how it performed. It was kind of strange, you know, all-wheel drive, four-wheel drive is completely different world. Otherwise, subscribe to Car Question. We're gonna test another truck soon. Take care.